Welcome to Cooking with Kimberly. I'm Kimberly, and tonight I am going to be sauteing up some squid. And I just happened to go grocery shopping today and was passing past the fish aisle, and boy, they had this squid that I haven't seen a big one like this before. This is about 0.5 kilograms, so it's 1.1 pounds. And as you can see, it's already been cleaned. The quill's been taken out, the ink sac's been taken out, and the skin has been peeled. The tentacles or legs are still attached, and all I did, first of all, these little suction cups, they had little calcified rings in them, so I just popped them out. They came out really easy. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice this up into almost strips. It's quite large and thick, so I need to cut that off and make it even. And then I'm even going to cook the legs with it. If you can see this here, it needs to be cut off and sliced. Okay? So we'll be back in a minute after I slice it all up for you.
Go.
Okay, so this was attached like this, and I just sliced these little pieces off. This has a hard little piece of, it's almost like a cartilage in here. So I'm just going to cut that out. I guess I should be using a filleting knife, but that's okay. This is all nice meat. Don't be scared of a squid. As long as you have the quill out in the middle, you'll know exactly what that is. The ink sac's out, the skin's off, you're fine. The legs often have the skin on, and you don't have to worry about it. You just leave it on there. It's too much of a pain to try and get off. But on this part, it's usually thicker and it doesn't taste nice, and it's easy to get off. So what we're doing is we just want to make strips, and we're going to try and make everything as thick as evenly thick as possible so that everything cooks at the same time. Now with squid, you have to cook it for either less than 2 minutes, or you need to cook it for half an hour to an hour, because it can turn into, it can taste like a rubber band, feel like a rubber band when you're trying to eat it. So just make sure that you have no calcified stuff in here, no hard stuff, because that's not going to be good. And that's pretty good right there. As I said, don't be scared of this thing. It's really not that scary. And when it fries up, it very much so shrinks a lot. So keep that in mind. Now I'll do the legs in a second. I want to show you this. This is folded like this. So what I'm just doing is I'm gonna butterfly that out and slice it off. These are sometimes called the wings, and they're equally as tasty as the rest. You certainly don't want to waste that part. So it's not an exact science. We'll be back in a second after it's all cut up for you. Hi. We finished cutting up the squid, and what I'm looking at are strips about like that, about that thick. What's that, about half an inch or so? And probably about just a little bit thicker than the legs and tentacles. This would be the color of the entire squid if it had skin on it. So, just so that you know. This is all the waste I got out of that huge squid, and my little pet hedgehogs will be very happy to eat that this evening. So, I've already got a pan, and it's got a tablespoon of olive oil in it, and about a teaspoon of butter, just to get that nice buttery flavor. And as I said before, squid has to be cooked like less than 2 minutes, or about half an hour, 45 minutes, so that it's tender. Otherwise, it's like a rubber band. So, I am going to throw in, hold on, let's just make sure. Test with a little bit of water, make sure it's hot enough. Yes, sizzling, so that's exactly what you want. Okay, we're throwing this in. With a large clove of garlic finely minced. Because since it's only going to be in here for 2 minutes, it needs to cook the entire way. So, spread this out nicely. keep it on high, medium high. And turn on that timer, just to give yourself a good idea of what's going on. We'll be right back. Okay, this is what we're looking like at about a minute. The clock just beeped. I'm going to throw a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper, and I forgot lemons at the store, so I have some sour orange nectar here, or juice, and I just put about a 1/4 tablespoon in. I'm going to just saute that around, flip it, make sure it's all coated nicely. I don't put any salt in this because it's already a salty type of meat. It came out of the sea, so it should be salty. And we have about 30 seconds to go, and I'll show you how to plate it in just a second. Alright, so my timer just went off, and this is what we're looking at. It's perfectly cooked and it's still tender, so get it off this heat immediately. I'm just going to serve it up here. We were going to have it for an appetizer, and now we're just going to make a dinner out of it. I have a fresh garden salad here ready to go. And what I've done is I've just displayed it with some nice little clementine tangerines, and just for that little bit of citrus, since I forgot my lemons. Now typically I would like to squeeze some lemon on it right now, but so what, it's okay. I'm just going to sprinkle some freshly chopped parsley on top and some finely chopped chives. I made a sauce of mayonnaise and plain yogurt. It has paprika, chili powder, it had a little bit of that sour orange juice in it, and that's the little dip that we're going to serve with it. Now, make sure you check out Cooking with Kimberly for more great recipes. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!